I drank the fun out of drinking. Yeah, me too. And the truth is, when I look back on my drinking career, it wasn't all bad all the time. When I first started drinking, before it became an issue, I did have a lot of fun with it. And it was something that I maybe had a little bit of control over, in the sense that it wasn't taking over my life. It wasn't my everything. It wasn't all that I thought about. But even then, when I first started experimenting with alcohol back when I was probably 15, I couldn't ever have just one. I always drank until I pretty much passed out. And at the time, being young, I didn't think anything of that. But the tendency to be out of control with alcohol was always there. But it just became more of an issue, or became more prominent as I got older, and I had a lot of unresolved trauma in my life, and things with my marriage, and just regret from bad choices I had made, and anxiety, depression, all those things that happen as you get older and life gets stressful. That's when I was pulled more to drink. That's when I was using it more as a coping mechanism. And then through doing that, that is when it became an addiction, to where I was dependent on alcohol and I needed it to get by. And when you get to that point, it's not fun anymore. That's when drinking feels like a job. It feels like work. That's why I call it a drinking career, because it literally felt like I had to, like it was a job. Like I was constantly doing all the drunk math, constantly planning my day around when I could drink, when I couldn't drink, how I wanted to quickly get these things done so I could go home and drink. And God forbid anybody get in the way of my drinking, I would be pissed off. I would actually plan out my hangovers. Like if I knew I didn't have any responsibilities the next day, that's when I would really go ham on the alcohol. But even towards the end, those plans would always fall through, because I couldn't control it enough to rein it in so I wouldn't have a bad hangover the next day because I had something to do. And that's where the high functioning alcoholic in me would just push through it and get done what I needed to do and meet my responsibilities, which all in all fed that lie that I was trying to convince myself of, that I didn't have a problem with drinking.